Hi friends, welcome to YOLO channel. And today's section we discuss the topic as single phase full wave midpoint controlled converter with RL load. So let us start. The two basis configurations of full controlled converter, one is midpoint converter and another one is bridge converter. In single phase full wave controlled converter consists of two SCRs and center tapped transformer, because the two triggering pulses are to be generated during every cycle of the supply to trigger the SCR. So midpoint converter was an input transformer with two windings for each input phase winding are shown in the figure. SCR cathode are commonly connected. Single gate drive circuit is required to turn on the SCRs. Here turn on ratio of transformer is assumed to be 1:1. So V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So V is equal to V2. So V1 and V2 both are same. If you see the complete secondary winding, or you can see the number of turns of secondary winding is twice the number of turns of primary winding. So supply voltage V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So during positive half cycle 0 to pi, when terminal A of the transformer is positive with respect to B, or the secondary winding terminal A is positive with respect to N. During this period, T1 is forward bias and T2 is reverse bias. When SCR T1 is triggered at the firing angle alpha, so current would flow from the terminal voltage SCR T1 and the resistive load R and back to the center tap transformer. So the current path is A T1 to R load to the N. During negative half cycle pi to 2 pi, the terminal P of the transformer is positive with respect to N. SCR T2 is forward bias. At omega t equal to pi plus alpha, SCR T2 is triggered. Current flow from B1 through T2 to resistive load and to N, center tap transformer N. So current path is BT2 or N. This current continues till the angle 2 pi. Then T2 is turned off. Here both the SCR T1 and T2 are triggered with the same firing angle. Hence they share the load current equally. Each half of the input wave is applied across the load. Hence the ripple frequency across the load is twice that of input supply frequency. Now we can derive the average output voltage. That is VDC equal to 1 by 2 pi in the limit alpha to pi root 2 Vm sin omega t into d omega t. So now we can take out root 2 Vm divided by pi. The remaining term alpha to pi Vm sin omega t into d omega t. Further we can derive, simplify the equations. Root 2 Vm divided by pi. So the integration of sin omega t equal to minus cos omega t on the upper limit alpha to pi. So further we can simplify the equations. Root 2 Vm divided by pi. So we can substitute upper limit minus lower limit. So we can get the equations minus cos pi plus cos alpha. So cos pi value is minus 1. So minus of minus plus 1. So root 2 Vm divided by pi 1 plus cos alpha. So if you can substitute alpha equal to 0, we can get output voltage VDC equal to 2 root 2 divided by pi. If you substitute alpha equal to pi, now we can get the output voltage VDC equal to 0. Next, average output current. So average output current we calculate from average output voltage. So IDC equal to VDC divided by R. So we can substitute the VDC equations from this. So now IDC equal to root 2 Vm divided by R by 1 plus cos alpha. Now we can derive RMS voltage. So Vrms equal to 1 by 2 by alpha 2 by root 2 Vm sin omega t the whole square d omega t to the power 1 by 2. So now we can take a root means square value of root 2 into Vm. So this term only we can take out root 2 Vm. The remaining term 1 by pi alpha 2 pi. So sin omega t can be replaced by 1 minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2 to the power 1 by 2. So next step root 2 Vm. So integration we can take 2 from this side. So integration of 1 equal to omega t, integration of cos 2 omega t minus sin 2 omega t divided by 2 to the limit alpha 2 by power 1 by 2. So root 2 Vm, we can further simplify these equations 1 by 2 by. So we can substitute upper limit minus lower limit. So pi minus alpha minus sin 2 by divided by 2 plus sin 2 alpha divided by 2 to the power 1 by 2. So sin 2 by value equal to 0. So we can eliminate this term. Next step root 2 Vm 1 by 2 by pi minus alpha plus sin 2 alpha divided by 2 to the power 1 by 2. So RMS output current equal to I naught RMS equal to V naught RMS divided by R. So we can put the equations V naught RMS. We get the I naught RMS root 2 V divided by R 1 by 2 by pi minus alpha plus 1 by 2 sin 2 alpha to the power 1 by 2. Thanking you for watching this video.